Welcome, seekers of wisdom, to a journey that spans the ancients, connecting bold Greek heroes, the divine feminine energy of India, and the eternal symbol of life in Egypt. An exploration that seeks to empower you in your daily quests. In the rhythm of Theseus's daring steps, the breath of shakti, and the golden thread of the ankh, you will find timeless lessons that resonate within the modern world of business decisions, personal growth, and resilient mindset. Chapter 1. Title: The Labyrinth's Turning Point. The marble halls of Crete were feared by all, their twisting corridors a testament to cunning and terror. Theseus, born of a mortal king and a princess, heard the calls of his people to end the tyranny of the Minotaur that dwelt within. With Ariadne's thread and a heart unafraid, he entered the labyrinth, faced the creature, and emerged victorious. But beyond the physical battle lay a deeper tale: the importance of confronting one's inner labyrinth, fear, doubt, and uncertainty, without losing oneself. In the business world, too, we must walk into unknown markets, confront uncertainties, and maintain focus on our goal. Motivational insight: fear is not the enemy, avoidance is. Facing the fear head-on turns doubt into a guide rather than a barrier. Practical example: when launching a new product, instead of procrastinating on the unknown, create a fear list. Record each uncertainty, sales numbers, customer feedback, cost concerns, and develop a concrete action plan for each. For instance, schedule a feedback session with a small beta group to tackle the most pressing risk. Conclusion: the thread that guided Theseus is the same thread that can guide your next venture. Be the hero in your own story, threading through the labyrinth. Call to action: if this sparks a fire within you, like, share, and subscribe to keep the journey going. Reflective question: what is the biggest fear that keeps you bound to a maze you have not yet entered? Chapter 2. Title: Shakti, the Living Energy. In the heart of India, the goddess Shakti symbolizes the dynamic force that animates the universe. Ancient epics speak of her as the mother of all gods, the creative power that turns the static into motion. When a young woman in a village sought greater purpose, she meditated upon Shakti, realizing that every action, however small, was a ripple that could influence the world. Her life changed from quiet routine to purposeful living, as she nurtured her garden, taught children, and ran a small community kitchen. Motivational insight: harnessing internal energy transforms ordinary tasks into transformative acts. Practical example: daily intention setting. Whenever you begin a new day, pause 1 minute, inhale deeply, visualize the energy of Shakti flowing through you, and choose a single action that contributes to your long-term vision. Perhaps it's sending a clarifying email to a client or practicing a new skill. Conclusion: Shakti invites us to recognize that our own pulse carries the potential to ignite change. Each breath is an opportunity. Call to action: like, share, and subscribe to keep your energy alive within our growing community. Reflective question: how can channeling your personal energy today create ripples that move beyond your immediate sphere? Chapter 3. Title: The Ankh's Endless Thread. The ankh, a symbol carried by pharaohs and sages alike, means life or eternal life. Scholars claim that those who believed in the ankh honored both the living moment and the future beyond. And ancient Egyptian scribes, devoted to record-keeping, placed an ankh in their toolboxes. This act reminded them that each manuscript preserved knowledge for generations. In the same way, a modern entrepreneur, mindful of the ankh, records every decision, every failure, as a lesson inked for future reference. Motivational insight: documenting today's journey preserves the future's wisdom and honors continuous life. Practical example: begin a simple daily reflection log. Each evening, jot down one decision, one success, and one learning point. Over months, this log becomes your guiding roadmap, your personal ankh for progress. Conclusion: just as the ankh bridges past, present, and future, so does your record of experiences create a lifeline for personal growth and legacy. Call to action: if you value eternal wisdom, like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question: what knowledge today could transform your tomorrow if you set it down like an ancient scribe entrusted with an ankh? Chapter 4. Title: A Journey Across Cultures. Picture a mythical traveler, Theseus, after conquering the labyrinth, journeying southward to Egypt. He stood before a colossal obelisk, feeling the weight of the ankh atop it, and realized that the courage used to navigate Aegean labyrinths was similar to the resilience required to respect the unknown deserts. He bowed, acknowledging the power of shakti flowing through his own veins, and integrated the three symbols into his soul: the thread of determination, the pulse of creative energy, and the thread that ties past to future. Motivational insight. Cross-cultural wisdom deepens our toolkit for solving complex problems. Integrating diverse insights fosters holistic solutions. Practical example: in team collaborations, incorporate a cultural lens exercise. Assign each member a different ancient culture, ask them to propose a solution to a current challenge using that culture's perspective, and then blend the best ideas. This expands innovation horizons. Conclusion: a mind unbounded by a single tradition becomes a repository of infinite strategies. Call to action: like, share, subscribe, and let your mind grow with us. Reflective question: which ancient wisdom do you feel most drawn to incorporate into your present-day problem solving? Chapter 5. Title: The Modern Minotaur. In contemporary business, the modern minotaur exists as the competitive pressure, market volatility, and technological disruption threatening to engulf startups. A young entrepreneur, inspired by Theseus, prepares by cultivating a clear vision, harnessing Shakti's energy to fuel innovation, and embedding the ankh's habit of recording learning. When a new competitor enters the market with a disruptive model, she analyzes the threat using strategic frameworks anchored in her own internal compass. She then designs a pivot, invests in research, and builds a resilient team. The result: the competitor is forced to adapt, and she grows stronger. Motivational insight. Resilience is built through continuous learning, energetic commitment, and clear direction, mirroring the hero's journey. Practical example: create a resilience roadmap for your company. List core values, map potential threat scenarios, devise mitigation actions, and assign owners. Review quarterly to keep the path alive. Conclusion: in the face of any minotaur, technological, financial, or market, those who thread the ancient lessons are better equipped to navigate, survive, and thrive. Call to action: if this message inspires you, like, share, and subscribe to join a community of resilient leaders. Reflective question: when you encounter your own minotaur, which of the ancient threads will you lean on to guide you boldly through? Philosophy Spotlight: Stoicism. Stoicism, the ancient Greek philosophy championed by Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can control our responses. In simple terms, it is the practice of maintaining mental discipline, resilience, and a clear mind amid life's turbulence. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, endured war, betrayals, and the death of loved ones, yet he kept a daily journal where he recorded his thoughts and reminded himself: you have power over your mind. Realizing this, you have power over everything. Lesson 1: distinguish what you can control. By focusing energy on actions within your power, skills, mind, and decisions, you conserve strength and reduce mental clutter. For a business leader, this translates to rigorous prioritization. Spend hours analyzing customer data, not on whether competitors' moves will affect you. Lesson 2: reframe adversity. Stoics view obstacles as opportunities to strengthen character. When the market shifts, instead of reacting with panic, assess which habits can be tweaked or which new learning can be acquired. This mindset turns challenge into catalyst. Lesson 3: practice mindful presence. Daily reflection and breathing, as Marcus did, grounds the mind. By observing your emotions without judgment, you can make decisions from a place of calm, rather than reactionary fear. Connection to theme. Theseus's heroism, Shakti's energy, and the ankh's eternal life all hinge upon the Stoic ability to remain present, to recognize what is within, and to approach each moment with purposeful clarity. The Stoic discipline empowers you to thread the loom of destiny, weaving courage, creativity, and longevity into your personal tapestry. Conclusion. In the threads of Theseus's labyrinth, Shakti's breath, and the ankh's eternity, we find a unifying strand: purposeful action rooted in mindful awareness. By embracing Stoic discipline, we learn to recognize our inner power and maintain resilience. These stories guide us to confront fear, ignite energy, preserve learning, integrate diverse insights, and face modern minotaurs with a steady mind. Take a moment now, commit to one of the daily practices: fear listing, intention setting, daily reflection, or resilience roadmap, and plant it into your routine. Let the ancient wisdom spark your modern journey. Thank you for joining this expedition. If you found value, please like, share, and subscribe so that we may continue to explore and grow together. How will you weave these ancient threads into your own living tapestry?